Hello everybody, and happy Monday, and welcome to another crafting week. And today I'm going to do some fold outs. Don't quite know what they're called. They're like journal fold outs, and I saw this on Tina Shabbydabbydoodah last week. She does her mass makes, and I'd not seen these before, to be honest, so I thought that's a great idea to use some of the papers up that I've got already printed out, because with our Epsom printer going away, it's back by the way, and it's fabulous. They did a great job. They sorted it all out, and I think for £40, and they collected it and brought it back in with that. I think that was a very good service. So if yours comes to a point where your eco tank says that you're needing to alter the ink pads are full, they, you know, get in touch with Epsom and they will do that, and that's better than trying to mess about getting things from AliExpress and to changing these things yourself, because you can change the pads, but then you've got to change the counter back to 0, otherwise it still won't work. So I've got quite a few from different people, different digi sets that I've had printed out a while in folders, and I thought I'll use some of those, because these are for our folder, our journal that I'm making, the scrappy junky junk journal with all the bits in a pack. And this is going to be the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going backwards at the minute. Don't know why, but I'm going backwards. Well, I am going. I know why. People are unsubscribing for some reason. So I thought we'd make some of those today. I think they're great fun. They open up, look, you've got plenty of journaling space on there. And if you choose your patterns well, on the back there's plenty of journaling space there. And then they can go in a pocket, or they can clip in the side of your journal. I think they're fabulous. This was some paper I got left over from Artie Mays. This is, probably a couple of years ago now. This is a lovely kit. This is her autumn. This was an autumn kit. Not last year, year before, I think. And yeah, that's gorgeous. And then this one, this is just one that I decorated up because this is actually from Tina's Bee kit, and that's a lovely kit as well that I've had quite a while. And you see, you can keep reusing them, printing them out. So I think for the sake of a few pound that you pay for these digitals, you can get good wear out of them. So let's have a go at these. I've got 2 papers that I've got left over in the kit. Now on Thursday I'm going to finish off the clusters, and with some of the buttons inside there, and also do some little tabs, I think. But there's 2 papers here I can use for this, and this is left over from me finishing the course on patchwork from Mrs. Cog. This is from Mrs. Cog's patchwork kit. Beautiful that, so I might use that. And then I've got a sheet of paper here, a digital of some of David's inking papers. Okay, so what do? I actually want to have a fancy flat coming over, so you know, this is got some tea dyed coloration. It's a digital tea dyed on that side and more patterned on this side, and I want the pattern on the flap to come over, so like the pattern bit, not the plain inside. So to do that, fold the pattern on the outside, and then you take this and fold it in half. Use your bone folder to give that a nice clean finish, and turn it over and then turn that in there. Now what I do then is with the flap ready for opening, I turn down the top. It doesn't matter how much you turn down, it's entirely up to you, but nice and clean and crisp, because we're going to be cutting that, so we need to be able to see what we're doing. So in actual fact, I'm just going to turn it like that just to give it a good crease, so I know where I'm cutting, because with my eyesight. Okay, and I'm just going to mark it, because you know, of this habit to doing the wrong thing. They're the bits we want to cut off. Okay, so I've got my ruler, I've got my X-Acto knife, that's what they're called, and I only want to go to there. Let me mark there, because I do have a habit cutting the wrong bits. I have a mental block, you know, when it comes to flips and flaps. Okay, so it's got a new bit of blade on, so it's been changed. There we go, that's marvellous. And then there. So I hope you've all had a good weekend. The weather's still miserable here. We had a glimpse of sun yesterday, but it was a glimpse. Okay, so there we have it, and then we have our flap to come down. Now, if you want your flap to be a little bit, you want it to be a bit more shaped, then we just need to cut the slightest sliver down to there. I always put this blade in because I do not like, I've seen too many injuries of people cutting their hands and things in when I did occupational health, and when I was on building sites and things, you know, I've seen some horrible injuries from people with with tools, so I'm always a bit wary. Right, okay, there we go, that's lovely. Right, I've got me a little jar here. I've got a little circle punch, and every time I've got some scraps left over, I do some circles, and oh, they're quite nice. That'd be nice. You want something with a bit of heft about it. I sometimes do it double. We'll do those for this one. Just, yeah, you've only got to have a few scraps left over, and with this little punch, and it's got a little bit of a fancy edging, and I'm going to stick them to whoop. I also use them for the inside of let's turn that round, inside strings sometimes on journals, in the where you've done your pamphlet stitching. Right, I think we'll have the flower side. That'll be nice, won't it? Let's have a look. What do we want on the top? Oh, there's a butterfly there. So I'll just stick the bottom half, because obviously the top half is where, make sure that we're leaving it well down. There we go, and you've got your fastener. Aren't they cute? I think they're really nice to put in a journal. So I'm just looking to see, I've got a few bits that I've cut out. Again, these are from some of the kits from Tina, seeing as we're using her. That's quite nice. I think we'll have that. I'll just trim it down a bit. Move that out. There we go. May as well use stuff I've got printed out. You often like end up printing far too much, and then of course now David's doing his own digitals. You know, you have to print stuff out to check how it looks and stuff like that and change things. So, you know, you've still got use of all that paper. We don't throw anything out. There we go. Put that on there. Does it need a little label, do we think, at the bottom? I've got these new, the Asian, Tracy Fox has put a new Asian digital set on. What's this one? And they are gorgeous. I don't think, let's have a look in here. Let's have a look in the labels. I don't think it wants anything too big. I'm going to need to get some more printed out. Let's have a look at that one. No, I don't think they go with the yellow, do you? No, I'm not going to bother because I don't think, what's that one? Oh, it's too big. I don't think they go. See if blue will go. No, not liking it. Oh, well, we'll leave it then. We'll leave it as is. Okay, so that's one done. Right, so let's have a go with this one. So I'm going to put the pattern on the inside. So again, fold down the middle, fold this one to the left, turn it over, fold this one to the right. Right, let's have a look. Which do we fancy? Let's have a look with there. Do we fancy that coming over, or do we fancy... No, I think that gives us a bit of a contrast, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to open it out and I've just got this little cutting mat on here because I don't want to go cutting through my felt, do I? Oh no! 1, 2, 3 to there. I mean, obviously you don't have to mark it, but it just saves wasting paper when I've done a boo-boo. There we go. That's it. Well, you can always use that scrap for something else, some tabs or something. In fact, we could put that in there for tabs. So we've got our folded down bit. That's Nelson giving it some. There we go. And then at this side, you only need a sliver. You don't need much, but it just gives that bit of a shape. Okay. So I've got some flip throughs, 2 flip throughs to do this week. I've got the aquatic journal finished, and I've also finished the patchwork course that I was doing, that's Mrs. Coggs. I've enjoyed doing that, and that journal's turned out lovely as well. So I have got that finished to do a... Oops, sorry, I'm knocking the thing. Oh, let's have a bit of music on it. What should we put on the back end? Something a bit nondescript, because you're not going to see it. Just, oh, there's just a bit of card there. That'll give it a bit of strength, won't it? Okay, oops. So, hope you give these a go. You know, you start seeing something and you like the look of it, you get then a bit, oh yeah, I've got to make loads of them. That's what I do as well, you know. I think these would be great. I think it was a good thing that she chose for I'm just going to put a bit of blue around that, for mass makes, because you can make these ahead of time. You don't have to, I mean, this doesn't need any decorating really. And that's cute. And then you've got some in, haven't you? Just makes a change from, you know, just doing tags or whatever. These make a nice change. So I'll hold that on a minute, and there we go. Now I think I'm going to round the corners at the bottom. So let's see if we can, yeah. This punch will take those. Do that again because it's not quite, that's it, that's better. If you fold, can you see I've not quite been as accurate as I could be with folding the bottoms. I was setting Nelson off. He was awful last night. He was right anxious. He come and hid in here, and this is like the little bedroom, and you know, and he come and hid under my chair, and he wouldn't come out. Something had really spooked him. I don't know what it was, and he won't come to bed. We had to give him some calming drops in the end because he just, I don't know what it was. It was starting to get a bit windy and he doesn't like the wind, so I think that probably didn't help. Right then, aren't they cute? I'm going to make a load more of those. I love them, and it's an ideal way to you know, use your papers. Now that is all ready for us to do our clusters, and then actually might make another one in those to go in that journal. So there we are, guys, just a nice quick easy makes Monday, so nothing too difficult. So if you want to go out and check Shabbydabbydoodah, her mass makes for last week, I'll put the details down below so you can see the ones that Tina makes, and you know, you make your own little variation on them, but I think they're really nice. They'll fit in pockets, or I could use one of my little fabric altered paper clips to clip it on a page, and I really like them. So thanks for joining me today, and see you tomorrow for Tuesday sewing. And as I say, we've got some new prompts in the jar, so let's see what excitement's going to come for us to stitch on our projects tomorrow. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Take care. Bye.